Alright. As soon as I hit record, a Gigundo truck walks by. Are they doing lunch at the restaurant? It is Thursday. That doesn't answer my question. Hello, and welcome to the Once Upon a Corgi Podcast. We are a Crafty Puppy podcast coming to you from Southern Connecticut. This is episode 86? 85? You can find me everywhere online as Gabigales and all my hand-dyed yarn at Once Upon a Corgi and onceuponacorgi.com. Thank you to all returning viewers for coming back, and hello and welcome to all new viewers. All of the show notes will be down below as we are still trying to figure out the setup for that. I don't know if I want to do a whole separate website for it or continue doing it in the Ravelry group. We don't have a lot of administrative stuff to get into before we really get into the crafting bit of the podcast this week, but I will let you know that I will be re-recording the pumpkin make-along prize drawing today to get that out to you guys this week. So hopefully at the beginning of January, I can start getting all of the prizes mailed out. So that's basically it. Nothing else is happening. We did just end Vlogmas 2018, and that was so much fun to do and to kind of record little snippets of each day, and I've realized that we don't do a lot of Christmassy or holiday themed things at all. But, you know, we're busy peoples. There's also not a lot of Christmassy things to do around here this year, I've noticed. So, I'm not gonna apologize for it. Just one of the things I've learned during Vlogmas. But it was such a good time catching up on everybody else's Vlogmas, so I'm really glad that I got to do it again this year. So hopefully next year it will happen again. Per usual, we will start off the episode with what I am wearing. I am wearing the Snow Day Shawl by Mina Phillip in, I believe it's Quince & Co. And I don't know the color names or the base. I totally forgot. And I don't think I have a project page for it. I just threw it on. I'm also wearing the Chuck Pullover by Andi Satterland in my hand-dyed yarn. And I'm wearing the Anna dress by Hand London in the Romantic Skull fabric. I don't know if you can see it, but that's where I'm wearing. That's what I'm wearing? Where I'm wearing. It's what I'm wearing. We did not podcast last week because things just got a little bit crazy with getting ready for the holidays. And I'm really glad we waited because now we have some finished objects. I'm so happy that I waited. If you can hear any grumbling, it's Iron just rolling around the bed on a blanket, being a grumble pants. The first finished object and last finished objects of 2018 are the Winter Rose Socks by Helen Stewart. This is part of her Sock Society collection. I believe it was the first sock. I knit this out of my hand-dyed yarns on the Tell Me to Smile One More Time colorway, which is from the Tits Out Collective line that a bunch of indie dyers and designers and makers did through Countess Ablaze in July. It is on the penny base. I did the 64 stitch count on US 1.5s, and for one heel I did a garter row German short heel, and the other one I just did stockinette because I didn't pay attention to what I was doing. Can I help you, sir? Are you having a good time over there? Yeah? I'm gonna come over and land all your stuff. Don't land those. Those are high-highs. They're sharp. Yeah. Can you also not sneeze into my sweater? Nope. I did the a regular rounded toe like I usually do, and yeah, 2x2 rib. They were really enjoyable to knit. I don't know why it took me so long to work on them, but it did. And now they are done. What I should have done was gathered up all my FOs and done like a how much I've knit in 2018. But I only realized that now, so I'm not going to. And now that I've shown them, I can wear them on the podcast. Maybe I'll wear them on New Year's. Yeah, I'll wear these on New Year's. Our second finished object is the Pine Creek Pullover. What, bud? Yes, you have to get a tennis ball. Or a toy. Go get your new toy. Go get the new one. The Pine Creek Pullover by Samantha Guerin Designs, and this is knit out of my hand-dyed yarn. Ooh, sorry, I have like a rough nail. My hand-dyed yarn on the Isaac DK in Faerie saddle. And we are done. We knit the arms extra long and the body a little bit cropped so it ends sort of just below where my hip is. I love it. I did it the smallest size. So it is still an oversized sweater. I didn't measure it, but I believe the pattern says the smallest bust equals 39 inches or 38 inches. I should have this in front of me, but I don't. I used I used four full skeins and then enough to bind off the neckline of a 5th skein. But if I didn't extend the arms, then we would have been fine with just 4 skeins of a DK weight. And I love it. It's so comfy. I've already worn it 3 or 4 times. The yarn is holding up great. I just adore this sweater. It's so comfy. It goes with everything. I've worn it with jeans. I've worn it with skirts. It's amazing. Here we go. I believe the pattern is coming out in January. I'm not totally sure. I will ask. And she originally designed it in the Fiber Co.'s new Lore base. So the original is just so squishy, but this is also super squishy. And I am so excited to have it off my needles so I can wear it forever, because I'm going to. Right, bud? Maybe I'll wear it today. I might change after this. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, maybe we'll change for the pumpkin mail, because it's so pumpkin-y. Go get your new toy. Go show them. Go get your new ball. Go get it. It's in the living room. No, it's in the bedroom. It's over there. Go get it. No, nothing. I don't think I have anything else to say. I love it. I'm so excited for this pattern to come out. Sorry, I'm pulling at my show notes. I'm so excited for this pattern. It's so comfy. I love it. I love it so much. If it wasn't already done, it'd be on my make 9. But I can't talk today. You can't just, what, you just want pets? Did you not get enough pets over the weekend / the week? I don't know what day it is anymore. It feels like Monday, but I know it's not. Oh. Who's the happiest little eyes? I can't while I'm smooshing them. This is not how you podcast. I can't just sit here and hold your face. I wish I could move the camera. All right, what have I been working on since we did not podcast last? I have done some spinning. I do plan on doing more spinning today. So I am spinning a candy cane style merino and Romney sheep from Inside Brook Farm. A friend of mine got this fiber when she wanted to learn how to spin. I hope that's in focus. And decided she wasn't going to spin, so asked me if I would spin it for her in any style that I wanted. So I said yes, because I just needed something to get my spinning mojo back. So I've split it up into 3 equal sections of this beautiful gray, almost black, natural brown color. I split it up into 3 sections. I'm going to spin them all different bobbins, as one does, and do a traditional 3-ply, because I've never done one before. I always end up doing a chain ply, because I really like the colors being together, but because it's not for me and she wasn't too picky, and I told her I was going to do this, she said she's fine with that. So that is my plan. I've already spun up 1 bobbin. It spun up super fast. So I think today I'm going to spin up another bobbin and hopefully get it done for her before too late in January. She's got a lot of projects going on right now, so it's not like she's dying for some new yarn, but I want to get it done quickly so I can get it back to her so I don't accidentally have it forever, because that's been known to happen a couple times. And I do want to get spinning. I want to get through my whole fiber stash. It's not big, but I would like to go through all of it or destash it. I really need to go through all my stuff. We're not going to look at it right now, because then this is going to go on forever. I also did pick up a sock. I went to go, pulling it all off. I went to the movies yesterday by myself. I'm so proud of myself. I've never done that before. And I went and saw Mary, Queen of Scots, and it was really good. It was really well put together. I really did enjoy the outfits and sort of the accuracy of how they're more in pieces and not all one dress, and how they reuse them all the time. And I thought it was really well done. So I worked on my Zabra ball, and I knit from the end of the heel all the way to here. So not close to half, maybe half the foot. Oh yeah, about half the foot is done. So I'll put these aside because we're probably gonna go see Aquaman on Friday because I'm very excited to see that. Yeah, one of my goals in 2019 is to do more stuff alone. Like I've never gone out to a restaurant to eat alone, and not like a Panera or a fast food place, like a sit down eat restaurant or something like that. So that's another goal of mine, 2019. Yeah, bud. I am knitting this on 2.25 millimeter needles, Haya regulars, not the sharps. And I did a 64 stitch count for this. Fish lips heel because I knew what it was, and a 2x2 rib. And the heel and toe are in this, whose tag I have lost. I'm sure it's somewhere in here, and I think it's on my stash page, but I'm not totally sure. It is 75/25 nylon and virgin wool, and then here's the rest of the Zower ball. Yeah, bud. It's not very nice to just grumble between. And it is in the Oktoberfest colorway, so we are just zipping along on that. I have no plans on getting this finished before New Year's or really a deadline for them. They're just nice movie socks. And that's sort of, it's not bringing back my sock mojo, but it's helping the sock mojo. What has been getting a lot of love is our Tale as Old as Time cowl, which looks like a mess right now because I have started rolling it up and using these quilt clips to attach it to itself. It does not fit in this bag, but nope, you know what? Right now, we're going to fix this. I have a bag of bags right here. So we're going to move this, as much as I love this bag, to, good boy, this Mrs. Brown's bag, because it fits in it. Okay, now, I hope I'm still in frame, living in our Mrs. Brown's bag is the Tale as Old as Time cowl, and I am making this out of all the Advent minis my friend Lauren and I have traded as our Advent calendars. Okay, I will show it. You gotta bring it here. You can put it down. Put it down. This is Iron's newest tennis ball. It is, Jake got it for him for Christmas, and the middle squishes and squeaks. I'm sorry if I just made all your dogs go crazy. There you go, bud. Go play. Do you want me to throw it? It's not a very good throwing toy. It's more of just a squishing toy. I think it goes in the water. Where was I? Advent minis. There we go. I am knitting this on size 2 millimeter Haya sharp interchangeables, and I am on day, I think 15. I'm going to count it real quick. I'll show you everything. I have been sort of good at updating the project page for everything, but I fell off the bandwagon, so now I just have to go through Vlogmases and recheck everything. I'm on day 16 out of 24. There we go. I'm really enjoying this. It's super scrappy, but it's just knitting in the round forever, which is what I want. And I've just been sticking the ball I'm using inside. So I'm basically using this as its own project bag, which is super nice because honestly, I haven't really been putting it in this bag. I've just been putting this in my backpack. Are you so pleased with yourself, Iron? Are you so happy now? Yeah? It's a nice mindless knit. And then for the ends, I have just been, do I have one uncut? Weaving the ends in as I go for about an inch, inch and a half, and then snipping the ends, not terribly short, but short enough since they're going to be inside. I don't have to worry about it that much. I hope this is in focus. I was hoping to get that done for Christmas, but now my goal is as soon as possible. And it's been a nice vanilla and mindless knit as I'm trying to get all my other projects off the needles before the end of the year, which we're almost there. Minus Jake's sweater. That's not happening. As one of the projects we were trying to get off the needles before the end of the year, which isn't going to happen, but that's fine with me because we are working on it, is the Electric Love Shawl by Samantha Guerin Designs again. And it is out of my hand-dyed yarn in the Blood Moon and Cold Dead Heart colorway. It's like the 5th time I've talked about it in a row, and we are almost done with the lace section. So I have, I believe, 8 to 10 more rounds of the lace section, and then I do another garter bit, and then back to the brioche, and we are all done. I just broke into my second ball of Blood Moon. Da-da-da-da. And we are just chugging away at this. She will be re-releasing the pattern soon because she just got some new photos done for it and they look so good. So I will leave a link to her new website and all of that in the show notes. I'm doing this on US 6 4mm needle on my Knitter's Pride or Knit Pro Zings. And it is on the Tesla base, which is our 70-20-10 Superwash BFL silk cashmere. And I love it so much. I cannot wait to wear this. I will wear it to Vogue. Are you just dying because no one's playing with you? Oh God, don't trample it. It's high. Oh, it's a disaster. It's happening. And this is still living in my 100 Ravens bag, covered in cat hair because the cat slept on it the other night because I left it on the side of, what's in here? Oh, it's a measuring tape. I left it on the side tables and he was sleeping on it this morning. Our newest cast on is living in our newest Madder Root bag that I got for Christmas. Thank you. I love it so much. It is one of her, oh my God, Iron. Did you have to squeak that right now? It is one of her sock size bags, so it fits a single skein project in it. Oh, I love it so much. And that is my Christmas Eve cast on, which I had promptly cast on and then couldn't knit because we went to Jake's dad's house for Christmas Eve, like we do every year. But it's a good vanilla project. Like it's a party, but not really a party. It's mostly just all the adults sitting in the living room, and then I want to say kids, but the youngest is like 16 and the oldest is 19. So they just sort of run back and forth between the food and the computer room. Not conducive for cabling. But I cast on the sparkling cider hat because a friend of mine decided she was going to cast on a hat for the Christmas Eve cast on instead of socks, and then got rose gold on my penny base and fig lace to cast on this hat, so then I copied her. But I did it in Tannenbaum, which is our newest green colorway for the holiday line, and I'm holding one skein of fig lace double with a skein of penny. And I mean, it's just the brim of this hat by Vine. This is, why can't I talk right now? But it's so good. It's so soft. I'm on the one round before you start the cabling. So I do want to sit down and cable this today. I don't know when I'm going to get all this stuff done. I have to spin. I want to spin. I want to clean. I have to do paperwork. I have to pack orders, but I really want to knit on this hat. It's already noon. Guys, what are we gonna do? Did I mention this was the podcast of puppy interruptions? I can't reach Audrey. There's so much stuff between you and me. Bring it here. So it's the sparkling cider hat. I'm doing the medium size. I believe there's 2 sizes on my Knit Pro Zings 4mm. Nope. 3.5mm US 4. I've got my burrito. Oh God, it's all tangled. What's happening? I've got my burrito progress keeper on it. The beads picked out. So these are beads left over from my Fairy Hill shawl by Helen Stewart. I'm gonna have to put a photo in. I don't know if I can hold these up to show you. I'll try. And I think they're gonna be a nice little pop against the green. The only other beads I have are like a teal blue. So I didn't love the way they looked with the green. I'm in no rush to finish this. Winter will be here for at least another 4 to 5 months, so I've got plenty of time. And I think it's going to be a really nice New England spring hat. So really, I have basically until June to wear this. And then like 3 months of summer, and then it's going to be fall again, so. I love the way this feels with the mohair held double. It's such a lovely design, and I cannot wait to get into it. I'm gonna reattach this because it's hanging on only by 1 bit of yarn, not a whole stitch. And that is it for my crafting. I have been trying to sew, but I haven't really gotten the mojo for it. I had the idea of doing a New Year's Eve dress because it is one of my best friend's birthdays, so we usually go out to lunch, and she always has a party, and so I stay for some of that, and then I end up meeting Jake somewhere for midnight, be it at another friend's house or home or somewhere, because he usually ends up working New Year's Eve, and her house is pretty far north, so we don't like going too far from home because we always end up having to go home because of the dogs. Things you didn't need to know. But he got me so many dresses for Christmas. His store does a Secret Santa, and so this year he got the our dog walker / one of his shift supervisors who really wants to learn how to sew and start making her own clothes. And she's already tried, I think, a skirt, and she tried making a hoodie. So we got her a beginner sewer kit with the pin cushion, scissors, the chalk transfer paper, seam ripper, all that stuff. And then we got her like a basic sewing dictionary and this book. And as I was wrapping everything for her, I sort of held it up when, this is my sewing list. I've always wanted this book. So then he got it for me for Christmas. So my plan is to, is it this one? I think so. Basically, this book means you can go through and mix and match any top and bottom, or neckline / sleeves, bodice and bottom. So the plan is to basically make the A-line, not the A-line, the fitted skirt with this bodice, because I do have some, not lace, but sheer fabric, or the short sleeve and V-neck version, dress. So basically either the illusion neckline or the deep V and short sleeve with the sort of like sheath dress style skirt out of, can you see it? This burgundy velvet. I've got about 2 yards left over from a Tudor gown I made as one of my first SEA dresses, which I do want to redo, but I believe I can do that with all the material that's there. I just have to clean up the inside a bit. And if not, I'll just make it into a skirt. It's fine. But I have about 2 yards of this, so I'm hoping to make that into a New Year's dress. And I do have some, sheer material that sort of matches this color to do the illusion neckline, if I don't have enough for the short sleeves and all that jazz. Because I think this is, it's a really nice bit of material, and I feel like it'd be a really nice holiday dress, and just a nice-ish dress to add to the wardrobe. Not necessarily my frosting sew for the year, but a frosting sew. And I do have some gold silks left over from the SCA too. So if I want to do some gold trims or maybe sleeves, I can make it a Gryffindor dress. So that is sort of my plan tomorrow. I'm going to make a muslin. The book does come with a bunch of patterns to do these different variations of everything. And it's got a really good alteration section on how to do a small bust adjustment, a forward shoulder adjustment, fixing necklines, armholes. It's got a butt adjustment, which I love. Who doesn't need a good butt adjustment book? So that was the main crafting gift I got this year, which I love. And I'm so excited to get into this. And that is it for the crafting section, really. We do have some big plans for tomorrow. We've got a bin of sewing whips I want to try and get through, and the muslin for the velvet dress. So yeah, big plans. Did I forget anything? I don't think so. So the rest of this will be the shop update section and beyond crafting, if you will. So if you're not here for that, thank you so much for watching. And if you are, let us continue. So we will be having a mini shop update on New Year's Eve, around 10 a.m. I believe it's going to be the time. And that will be a boyfriend line update. Jake has been working very hard and has dyed up a new boyfriend line for you based on flannels. And so that will be debuting. So we have These are two different, same colors, different dye techniques. He does not have names for these yet, but I will be posting them on Instagram. So he dyed up a couple colorways on the tweed. There we go. And he's so proud of them. I think they're beautiful. I might even get one for myself. He does want to dye up more of these. But as of right now, there's only the 4. So we'll be having a sort of pop-up update with the boyfriend line on tweeds. For the rest of the shop, the next shop update will be on January 6th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is a Sunday. And that will be the first update of 2019. As of right now, I'm officially off vacation, so I'll be packing up orders and sending them out tomorrow from everything that was ordered last week. And yeah, just getting the shop ready for next year. That's basically it for the shop update. You can find everything at onceuponacorgi.com, and you can follow us everywhere as Once Upon a Corgi. The rest of this is Beyond Crafting, so basically what I've been up to, what I'm doing, what I'm planning. And if you were not here for that, thank you again. If you are, let us continue some more. So it is the last weekend of 2018, so that means we are getting our planner ready, and I am so excited. So I've showed you this a couple times, at least once. I've got my new planner from Letter C Design on Etsy, and she's based out of East Windsor, Connecticut, and she does planners, notebooks, all sorts of things. So I did a half weekly layout, half dot grid bullet journal kind of style thing. So I'm going through and I'm setting up January for the weekly layouts. I hope you can see this. So just sort of what I'm doing is I've got this area for to-do list to keep track of, a spending log because I really want to keep track of everything so we can really get the wedding set down, get a lot of our debt paid off because student loans are everything. Unfortunately, so many loans. Keeping track of what time I wake up, and then just little notes to keep track of. So I'm going to do this for January, see how it goes, and if I like it, continue for the rest of the year. If I don't, figure out what I want to change. And then the other side, weekly stuff, I can still put in like the shop update days, newsletter days, podcast days, any appointments and stuff. I think having the half and half of a bullet journal and then already laid out stuff is going to help a lot. The front of half of this is all the monthly layouts, which I really like, because then I don't need to do any of that. And the beginning front page, I'm going to do my 2019 goals, and then think of a word of the year, I think. I don't know if I'm going to do that, but I wrote it down. What? You can't just yell at me because you want to yell at me, Audrey. It's not fair. In the back of this is, I think, 10 pages of just dotted grid. So we have set up our bills to keep track of, bills we owe, not bills we owe, bills we have to pay if they're automatic, and then the months, and then, you know, just little X to keep track. I did this last year, and it really helped me because about halfway through the month, I never remember what's due, like the 3rd or the 15th or the 27th, or it's a disaster every time. And then I'm paying all my bills. And then we have, to keep track of our loan payments, I started doing a square grid. There's no real information on this, so it's fine. The payments for my car, so I wrote down all of the payments that we will owe and fill them in each month. Not by month, but by dollar amounts. That way, if I pay more than what's owed that month, I can check off to say that I'm a little bit closer. And then the loans that I'm closest to paying off and in dollar amounts. So hopefully those will be filled in by the end of the year. We will see. One of the most important pages, yarn intake. I did this last year and I sort of fell off, but it keeps me accountable for what I'm bringing into my stash. So we have date, brand, colorway, number of skeins, how much it cost, and then total. I think I'm going to do like total skeins and then total price so that I know at the end of the year how much I spent on yarn. I don't anticipate next year being a big yarn buying year, which is fine. But I did make a yarn used. So again, we have date, the design, the yarn we used. If I took a picture of it, how many grams, and then total grams I used that year. So then I can kind of keep track of how much yarn I used for next year. A lot of next year will be gift knitting, so it'll be nice to know how much I knit at the end of the year, because probably by the end I'll be like, I've knit 10 billion grams. I haven't put anything else in for tracking. I'm not really sure what else I want to keep track of for the year, but we will see. I also have like 7 other notebooks between the wedding and the Hufflepuff bullet journal I'm still trying to fill in, and the sweater book, and just all those things. So that's basically what I've been up to. I am going to go through all my emails and get everything, all the appointments from my Google Calendar and all that, put it into here, and then put it onto my wall calendar, which is a whole 2019 wall calendar, so I can see everything that we're doing. So I can block off trunk shows, vending shows, trips, all of that. So 2019 is coming up all organized. If it kills me or not, we're gonna be organized. And that's basically the plan for the rest of this week. Organize and try and sew some stuff. And spin. Lots of spinning. So now that the dogs are asleep and quiet enough for me to podcast, I am going to go continue on with my day. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the podcast and the shop, and we will see you all next week. Bye.